Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. I'm going to start off with a joke, like I promised. Like I said, I'm flighty. We'll see if I can remember this every night, but I'm going to try to do a joke just to start off things. And I might also dabble in some other silliness. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see I've done some really goofy things, like doing the story of Star Wars to the tune of "End of the World as We Know It" by REM, which is really a lot harder than I hopefully made it look. It was not easy. If you ever listen to the song or know the song, you know how fast they are speaking or singing or rapping, whatever you want to call it. But it's a crazy song, and so it was pretty difficult to do. I did that, and then Empire Strikes Back, and I don't think I ever did Return of the Jedi. I ran out of time, or I don't really run out of time because it was during COVID, so I have no excuse. But yeah, so that was kind of fun. Those are things I'm going to do. I actually, my next project is a goofy little song I want to do. I'm going to call it the Ballad of Trey Junkin. And Trey Junkin sounds like such a Western cowboy name, but he was actually a football player. And I'm going to just talk about him and his value in the NFL in the 70s and 80s, or maybe the 80s and 90s. But I just love the dude's name. I love the dude's story, and yeah, so I'm gonna hopefully do that in the next couple days. Tonight, although I'm already 90 seconds in, I will start off with a joke, an old joke I've told before. So I will be digging out old jokes, but also trying to do some new jokes here. This is just a short one that usually is a good Kickstarter for a laugh if I'm not doing well in a set, or if I just want to get their attention, like if it's an open mic at a bar and there are a lot of drunks. This usually at least gets them to pay attention for a few seconds. My girlfriend told me she wanted me to fuck her like Charlie Sheen, so I snorted a bunch of coke, ripped off her clothes, and threw her out the window. So yeah, there's that joke, and it usually does pretty well. It's the dumbass joke, but I love it. So I'm sweaty. I went for a walk and I'm still sweaty. Actually, that's not the only reason I went for a walk. The reason I am sweaty is what I'm going to talk to you for the next 8 minutes about, is what I do most nights with my 23-year-old Dante. As all of you, most of you know that listen to me throughout this year, Dante has, I don't know if I want to call it severe autism, but he has autism. He's not very verbal. He's kind of in his own world a lot, but he's a very functional person. He does what I always tell him this. I always say, hey, you just do what you're supposed to do, and I appreciate you for that. He spends a little too much time on the computer and in front of his screen, but he does take breaks. We're working on getting him a job. Actually, he goes into, I think, Saturday to kind of see what the job's about, and then next Wednesday he has an interview, and then he also has another opportunity. He has two opportunities at two different jobs, so pretty psyched. They're both nearby, so he can either walk or take the bus, and I'm just happy for him. He's a great kid, but this is a thing we do almost every night. I'd say at least 5 nights a week. Some nights I'm either doing comedy or I'm just too worn out to do it, but most nights we do it. We dance for about an hour. We usually do it from 9 to 10 p.m. And all we do is we have a really big screen TV in the other room. It's a 65-inch. I'm not bragging. It's just one of those things where we said, hey, a couple of years ago, we said, hey, let's just get a massive TV, since that seems to be the trend. And plus, it was right going into COVID. The timing was really good. It's like, we're not going to be watching movies at a movie theater, so we might as well have something at least that sort of resembles a movie theater. And so yeah, we got that thing, and it's been great for Netflix movies and DVDs that go into the computer, and YouTube content, and just everything. It's a great big screen. Hopefully it'll last us forever. It's our home theater essentially. So yeah, so what we do is we get YouTube up on there, and YouTube, as you can imagine, or as you know, has every video known to man, and Dante, to my heart-filling delight, loves the 80s. I mean, he likes 90s too, and some new stuff, but it's like almost all the songs he chooses I love, or at least like. And so what I do is I just go, hey, okay, what do you want to start off with? And he tells me, and I type it in and hit, and we go. We watch the video and we dance together in front of the video, and we do that for an hour. I'm not losing as much weight as I would like to, having done that, but I also still eat like an animal, so that's my fault. So it was a lot of fun. I also want to mention, as you can see, got my dad's big poster back here, which I love. So unless he wants it back, which I will gladly give it back to him, or if he wants me to sell it, I suppose I will sell it. But that's my new poster in my bedroom, so I'm happy to have it back there. So yeah, what did we do tonight? Tonight we listened to, I'm trying to remember all the songs, but I tried, like, The one, and I want to do a joke about this. One is called "Hungry Eyes" by Eric Carmen, and Carmen is spelled like the woman's name, Carmen. Um, and I don't know if you remember the video. It's kind of a weird video, but Eric Carmen kind of looks. If you were to express his face in an animal way, he looks like a cat a little bit. He kind of has the hair up like this, and his eyes are a little squinty and just pointy face, and you get a narrow, like I said, narrow squinty eyes. Not that I can talk, but I'm not insulting the guy. I just think he's very cat looking. And there's several scenes where he's like doing the what's like the Jesus, the chorus of the song. Take, and he's against a wall, so he looks uncomfortable. He's like, man, these hungry eyes, and he looks like he's about to puke. And since his name is Eric Carmen and he looks like a cat, I'm calling him Eric Catman because it looks like he's about to choke up a hairball when he sings those lines. Watch the video yourself if you want to. Eric Carmen, Hungry Eyes, and maybe you'll get a little laugh when it comes to that part and say, Corelli was kind of right on that, but you might not. I don't care. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But yeah, so we listened to that. We love some of our favorites: Raspberry Beret, Manic Monday. What did we listen to tonight? Tonight, Dante busted out Panama by Van Halen. I hadn't watched that in a while. That was a lot of fun. He loves Toto. We listened to Rosanna a lot, and Hold the Line a lot by Toto. So I think he's got great taste in music. Some of the 90s stuff or the early 2000s stuff he likes is that song that I love called, by the New Radicals, Get What You Give. That's a great song. He likes Hey Ya by the Outcasts. That's a lot of fun to dance to. And he's also gotten it, this is where my influence comes in, not only the 80s but also the rap. We'll listen to Run's House by Run DMC, Check It Out by Beastie Boys, Sometimes What You Want by the Beastie Boys, so that's a lot of fun. What else do we listen to tonight? Oh, Shania Twain. He likes Shania Twain. I've never been a country fan, but you know, country's not what country once was, and good Lord, Shania Twain is hot, so that makes it easy. The two we listen to mostly are, one is, That Don't Impress Me Much. That's an older one of hers, I think. And then the more recent one is called Man, I Feel Like a Woman, which is great. And so if you remember the song Addicted to Love by Robert Palmer, where it's just him and it's like those four supermodels just going with their guitars and the keyboard and the drums. Actually, five models, and they're all in the black dresses and the very red lipstick. It's an iconic video from the 80s. Well, she spun it on its head, and instead it's her singing, and the four guys are like in these tight red suits, and they're all supermodel looking guys and doing the same thing. It's a great video, and it's a lot of fun. So that's a lot of the stuff he likes. Let's see, still got 2 minutes to fill. Trying to think of other things he likes to listen to. Like I said, he loves Michael Jackson. He likes a lot of the old 70s, like late 70s stuff, like Off the Wall Michael Jackson, which I think is great. You know, I honestly think that may be his second best album after Thriller. And Off the Wall is a great album. I call it the best roller skating music ever made. Rock With You. I can't think of all the titles. They're songs that'll pop into your head and you'll know all the words once you start singing along with it, though. Best dance roller skating music ever made. So he really likes Michael Jackson. And the other late 70s stuff is he likes Earth, Wind, and Fire a lot. Like September, da-da-da-da-da-da, don't make me try to sing all the words, you'll hate me, 'cause I'll screw them all up for you. Dante's coming in. Hey, Dante. I thought he was going to come and say, Dad, don't do that to my favorite songs, please. So, yeah, so that's a lot of the stuff he likes. I'm trying to think some other ones to kill Phil the last minute. Actually, maybe I'll just fill that with a joke. It has to do with teaching, and when I this is a joke. I don't know if I can fit into 40 seconds or 1 minute or not. I'll try. So it's basically about this woman in Kentucky. This was a few years ago. She lost her job because she dragged an autistic student from her class all the way to the principal's office. It was in Kentucky, and the floors were tiled, and she just dragged this elementary school kid all the way there. And you know, and she was fired, of course, as she should have been. What she did was horrible. But in the joke, I go, hey. Yes, of course she should have been fired, but you know, as an educator myself, I have to wonder: A, what happened? How did we get to that point where she was so upset and frustrated that she dragged the child? What did that horrible child do? And then secondly, I was jealous because when I worked in elementary school, it was carpeted. I want to be able to drag a child that easily if I need to. You can't drag a child on a carpet. It's too much friction. I go a little bit more into it than that, but I only got 10 more seconds, so sorry. It's actually a good joke when I play it all out. It's kind of funny. I talk about how we could do kids down the hall like curling and then just send it to another adult and take care of things that way. It's silly, but so is comedy, so is life. Let me know whatever you want on this station. I'm going to say ladies because mostly ladies watch this. The two main ladies, Jennifer, thank you. My mom, thank you. Anyone else, thank you. I know Max Aguiar watches sometimes. I appreciate my single-digit watchers. I'm so happy that you just watch this silliness and try to enjoy it and support it. So thank you. I'm already at 10.5 minutes because somehow I stretched out something that was nothing into more than nothing. See you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.